Assalamualaikum and greeting. To our lecturer, CS Dr. Gede Pramudia Ananta, we are students from BBP 10403, Mathematics 2, Section 1. Group 14 will present about application of derivatives in real life.
Hi, my name is Nofatin Rahadah binti Muhammad Asri and my metric number is CB220036.
My name is Karinsa Fatinah binti Ahmad Izani and my matric card number is CB220034.
And my name is Daniel Hakim bin Zakwan. My metric number is CB220030.
My name is Faizatu Shazwani binti Zulkifli and my matric number is CB220185.
Amirul Sufyan bin Kamaro Effendi. My metric number is CB220067. For, for presentation today, content about the presentation is number one, definition of derivatives. Number two, history of derivatives. Number three, real life application. And number four is conclusion. Next. Derivative meaning. Derivative in math refers to the instantaneous rate of a change of a quantity with respect to the other. It helps to investigate the moment by moment nature amount. Definition of derivative. The derivative is the exact rate at which one quantity changes with respect to another. Geometrically, the derivative is the slope of a curve on the curve. The derivative is often called instantaneous rate of change. The derivative of a function represents an infinitely small change, the function with respect to one of its variable. Next. History of derivatives. Modern differentiation and derivatives are usually credited to Isaac Newton and Gottfried Leibniz. They developed the fundamental theorem of calculus in the 17th century. This related differentiation and integration in ways which revolutionized the methods for computing areas and volumes. Next. These three characters are the founder of derivatives. First, Isaac Barrow. Second, Gottfried Leibniz. Third, Isaac Newton. These are the formula of derivative. dy over dx equal to limit h to 0. fx fx plus h minus fx over h. Next, I will pass the presentation to Faizatul.
Hi, and now I will explain more about application of derivative in using in our real life. Next, first, radar guns. All police officers who use radar guns are actually taking advantage of the easy use of derivative. When a radar gun is pointed and fired at your car on the highway, the gun is able to hit a certain section of your vehicle. With the use of derivative, it is able to calculate the speed at which the car was going and also report the distance that the car was from the radar guns. This is how police officers use radar guns. Next. Second, automobile. Keeping with the radar gun theme from the previous slide, in an automobile there is always an odometer and a speed meter. These two gadgets work in the tandem and allow the driver to determine his speed and his distance that he has traveled. Electronic version of these gadgets simply use a derivative to transform the data sent to the electronic motherboard from the tires to miles per hour, mph, and distance km. This picture shows the location of odometer and speedometer in a vehicle. Next, I will pass to the Fatin.
Thank you, Fazata. I will continue the presentation. The third is business. In the business world, there are many applications for derivative. One of the most important application is when the data has been charted on graph or data table such as Excel. Once it has been input, the data can be graphed, and with the applications of derivative, you can estimate the profit and loss point for certain ventures. Lastly is graph. The most common application of derivative is to analyze graph of data that can be calculated from many different fields. Using derivative, one is able to calculate the gradient at any point of a graph. Next, I will pass to Daniel.
Thank you, Fatin. Okay, I will continue the presentation for application of derivative in various fields or science. Derivative in physics. In physics, the derivative of the displacement of a moving body with respect to time is a velocity of the body. And the derivative of velocity WRT time is acceleration. Newton's second law of motion states that the derivative of the momentum of a body equals the force applied to the body. Next, derivative in chemistry. One use of derivative in chemistry is when you want to find the concentration of an element in a product. Derivative is used to calculate rate of reaction and compressibility in chemistry. Next, derivatives in mathematics. The most common use of derivative in mathematics is to study functions such as extreme values of function, the mean value theorem, monotonic functions, concavity and curve sketching, and Newton's method. Next, for connecting derivative, I will pass to my friend Fatina to continue this presentation.
Thank you, Daniel. So for connecting derivative, there are 7. First is continuity. Second is inflection point. Third is motion problem. 4 is vector. 5 is mean value theorem. 6 is implicit function theorem. And 7 is estimating graph. Next. There's a sum of application of derivative. First, rate of herd flow in geology. Second, rate of improvement of performance in psychology. Third, rate of the spread of a rumor in sociology. So for conclusion, derivatives are constantly used everyday life to help measure how much something is changing. They're used by the government in population census, various types of science, and even in economy. Knowing how to use derivatives, when to use them, and how to apply them in everyday life can be a crucial part of any profession, so learning early is always a good thing. That's all for us. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.